I'm Ernesto Hoost. I was a K-1 fighter, K-1 four-time champion. I started fighting when I was 15 years old. I wanted to do it from my 13th, but in my hometown there was no fighting club, no kickboxing gym. And then when I was 15 and a gym came, then my dad said, okay, you can go. And from that, I appeared to be a talent right away. And I did my first fight at my 18th, my last fight at my 41th, so I think I had a good career.
What's been like your biggest challenge as a fighter? Who's been your toughest opponent?
Yeah, so there have been some tough opponents like Rob K-1, Peter Arts, who else? Mike Bernardo. Yeah, I won't rate Bob Sapp because Bob Sapp is something else. That was a different, something different. But the guys I called, say maybe Branko Sikotic was tough. Rick Rufus, yeah, enough.
Who do you feel right now is like the top 3 fighters in the world in K1 or MMA?
Well, if I have to see K1, MMA is easier. MMA, I think, of course, Fedor Emelianenko is definitely number 1. I think the way Frank Mir fought against Minotauro, he might be also in the top 3. And then the third one, I think George St. Pierre.
And how about in K1? What would you say? Or who do you think's the best in K1 right now?
Right now, I think it's I think there's a big gap in K1. Very difficult to say who's the best fighter at this moment. I wouldn't be able to tell. I don't think Remy Bonjasky, the current champion, is the best fighter right now. I don't think Badr Hari is the best fighter. Peter couldn't show it either. So I think there's a gap in the top of the fighting in K1.
You know, a question about Badr Hari. I've seen him fight, and I haven't seen many interviews with him. What's his personality like? What is he like as a person?
Basically, he's okay. He's a nice guy, but then sometimes he can go crazy.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Either inside the ring or outside the ring. And I mean, I personally like him, but he has some things in his character I don't like.
What's the craziest thing you've ever seen happen backstage at a K1 show? Is there anything like a crazy, or was there anything bizarre ever happen backstage?
No, maybe me kicking some doors and some tables after crazy loss against Bob Sapp.
What's been your most serious injury?
I think the knockouts I had. I had 3 knockouts. I was knocked out 3 times, and that was basically the most serious.
Have you, let's say like the UFC came to you, and they said, we would love to see you fight in mixed martial arts, you know, like work on some jiu-jitsu or something. Would you be interested in doing some of that? I would,
if it was financially very interesting, maybe I would consider it. But I know I was the best in K1, I was the best in standing up, and I'm sure I will not be the best in MMA. But if people would make it interesting for me, I would be interested.
Well, do you know what's coming up next in your career? Like who you're fighting next or what you got going on?
I finished my career already.
No more fighting?
No, I'm not fighting.
No.
I've quit already 2 years ago.
Okay, I heard that you were going to be coming back possibly. So you haven't quit yet?
I'm going to do an exhibition fight the end of next month.
Okay.
In Hungary. Maybe if that feeling is good, yeah, who knows? But I must have the feeling that I can beat everybody. Otherwise, I'm not gonna come back.
So you're from Holland, correct?
Yeah.
Like, what is it like just out of curiosity? Because in America, like, marijuana is illegal unless you have a doctor's recommendation. Like, I have one of those. But like in Holland, like, you know, a lot of people, I'm sure, like to smoke marijuana, and then you have to train, and then you also have to pass drug tests. Like, is there any pressure, like, being in that society, like, with all this marijuana and drugs around you, to, like, stay away from everything like that and just focus on your career?
I never had a problem with marijuana. I never used it. I never take one cigarette of marijuana. So for me, that is no issue. I don't like it. When I was young, I was afraid of it, and now I'm older. I don't have the need to try it anymore.
What's the difference in your career? You know, you fought in Japan, and you fought in other countries. Like, what's your most favorite country to fight in, and why?
Japan.
Why?
Yeah. Because the people are enthusiastic. You know, the crowd goes for you. The crowd cheers for you. I think that's why, the people. And
do you feel that fighters should, like, get together and form a union, like MMA fighters, K-1 fighters, everybody?
That should be a good thing, because I am sure the fighters still get underpaid, and if they would form a union, at least the top fighters, then they would stand stronger against all the federations.
And is there anything else you'd like to say to the fans out there, or people who are watching us?
Well, I like to say thanks for being my fan for all those years, and I'm a trainer now. I'm trying to gain my how you say that, respect as being a trainer. So keep on watching me and keep on watching this website.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.